Today is day for cooking for me. I have a plan to cook so many things. Let's see what I'm going to handle with, but there's one of these things that I want to show you, and this is how to make your own pâté at home. The reason I'm gonna do this at home and not buy in the store is because usually in the pâté they, at least nowadays, they put many times soy, and I really want to avoid that. But pâté is usually made from liver. I'm gonna be using pork liver, and I'm making this for us primarily for health issues because it's very good for you. It's good to recover from certain things. You can read more online, but anyways, in small amounts from time to time, it's very good. So I'm gonna improvise and I'm gonna make my own recipe. I have made this in the past, but I'm gonna slightly change the ingredients. I have a little bit more than a kilo of liver here, and I did soak this in water with some vinegar in it for about 24 hours. That's why you will see in some parts here it's darker, because the vinegar already starts like a similar to cooking process, but very slow. And I'm gonna be boiling this. I washed it very well because there's a ton of blood that comes out of it as well. So I will boil this together with 5 carrots. I have 5 medium carrots, which I just roughly chopped. I don't care to be like small pieces because I'm gonna blend this afterwards. I have 4 garlic cloves, a very tiny hot red pepper from our garden, and I have 1 bay leaf. That's like 1 big bay leaf. I'm gonna be adding also from my own homemade vegetable stock. This is a bunch of vegetables from our garden that I dried, and some of them are smaller process. You can see they're in powder, like the onion, but others are left in bigger chunks. There's peppers here, some eggplant, and many other things. I think this recipe is not on the channel, but I will see if we can add it. It's very easy to make and it's amazing. It tastes very good. Oh, there's beetroots there and carrots as well, and some parsnip as well. And I'm gonna go grab a leek from our garden. I'm gonna put all this in a pot and I'm going to put it all to boil. That's what I have in the pot now. I'm gonna cover this with water and I'm gonna boil it. I put about 2 tablespoons of the vegetable stock because I want it all to be very well flavored. I'm not a big fan of the liver taste, so I want to flavor it very well to be appealing to everyone. Let's see if I can film from the vapor, but I wanted to show you that these bits here, I also caught a piece of vegetable, have to be taken off occasionally until we have clear liquid. My liver is all boiled. It's very tender, and I cut it into pieces. There's still vapor, but I want it to be warm because now I'm going to be blending it. I took off the water. I even kept it, and there's just a tiny bit of water left because I know liver is very dry. I'm going to be adding some fats to this though. This is pork fat, which whenever we're cooking pork meat and there's too much fat, we just keep it in this container. So it has also some spices of whatever things we have been cooking. It's quite flavored and it's very nice. So I'm gonna be using this, a little bit of this in there. I'm gonna start with half of this butter left. So it's about the size of a walnut that you want to put. And I'm gonna be putting some spices. I do have black pepper, of course, some cumin, coriander, and fenugreek as a start. And I'm going to see if I like the flavor of it. Now for this amount here, some people may change the spices because not everybody likes everything that I just said. I'm gonna be adding about a coffee spoon of cumin for now. I'm gonna put less coriander because it is stronger. So about half of this amount there, maybe even a third of coffee spoon. Just a little bit of fenugreek as well, because fenugreek is also very strong. I don't know if you have experience with it. I already put some black pepper. It's entirely up to you. I'm gonna be adding my oils. I'm gonna start with a very generous tablespoon of butter and perhaps a couple of tablespoons of the pork fat that I just showed you. And I'm going to blend all this and I'm gonna show you and let you know how it tastes. So I actually ended up using the whole pork fat and the whole butter. That was about 5 generous tablespoons of pork fat and about 100 grams of butter. I also doubled all the spices. Salt is to taste because we don't really like much salt in our foods. And they started to become milder. Generally, liver has a little bit of a bitter taste, and that's the part that I don't really enjoy. So the more fat you put, the milder and sweeter your pâté will be.